Sometimes at night I like to go through the various religious forums and see what other people are saying about Omnism. And one of the intriguing arguments I'm running into against Omnism is the idea that even the three Abrahamic religions don't even have the same God, so how could everybody else? Well, this is an interesting concept. I mean, the three Abrahamic religions, those being Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, supposedly would have the same God since they all worship the gods of Moses, Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael. But one of the interesting arguments against that is very simply that one of them sent his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to one of these groups, and the other two don't believe in Jesus Christ, and therefore he couldn't possibly be the same God. Well, first of all, this isn't really true. The Muslims do believe in Jesus Christ. They just believe in him in a slightly different way. They believe in him as being a great prophet. And, of course, they believe that the Bible was skewed. And actually, they're really big on John the Baptist, and even some of them have John the Baptist Day. Some Jews do believe in Jesus Christ, largely the Messianic movement. Some people will know it as the Jews for Jesus. They certainly do believe in Jesus Christ. Some Jews believe he simply didn't exist. Some do believe in him as the Messiah, and some, well, anyway, there's various views on that. But believe it or not, even the Hindus believe in Jesus Christ. There's a lot of things pointing to the Lamb of God in various Vedic scriptures. And so Jesus Christ is a little more believed in than you might imagine, but just not necessarily exactly the way that the modern Christians do. And something to be kept in mind is that the idea of Jesus literally being God is an extremely modern concept. And by modern in this case, I mean 500 years after Jesus Christ died. Up till that point, people had a lot of different views on exactly what Jesus had been. After all, he referred to himself as the Son of God, not as God per se. So about 500 years after his death, there was a big fight in the church, and Arius argued against the idea of Jesus Christ being God, and the other people argued for him literally being God, not just the Son of God. And a lot of people got killed over the whole thing. And it was finally decided that, yes, indeed, Jesus Christ was God. But this was not necessarily an original Christian concept. It is a little bit more modern. So the point being that some Christians, you could say, do believe in Jesus Christ being God, and some don't necessarily. And so the idea of saying, well, the Muslims and the Jews can't possibly be worshiping the same God because of Jesus Christ is as absurd as saying that one denomination of Christianity isn't Christian simply because they believe in Jesus Christ differently than another denomination. Obviously, anyone who believes in Jesus Christ is Christian by definition, even though obviously certain denominations will believe that all other denominations are going to hell simply because they don't believe in Jesus Christ and God in exactly the same way they do. But if you're going to believe that, well, I guess everybody's wrong except you. So hopefully this clears up this idea at least a little bit, and the idea that all three Abrahamic religions, at least in theory, do believe in the same God, even though, of course, through the years they've come to look at him somewhat differently. Hopefully that clears that up a little bit, and therefore paves the way for the possibility that, in essence, everyone believes in the same God, regardless of what he's called and how he's believed in and how the beliefs and labels have changed over the years, etc., etc. I'm the Urban Omnist. I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember, guys, none of this works without you. So subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and above all, don't forget to send me those questions.